gentlemen, I have to take it off. Come out here tonight. Just kidding. It's out here. You guys ready for live comedy?
Yeah!
Please welcome this side driving like this anything. Sorry, just sit down. Jay. Just sit down for Jay. Sorry.
Halfway through my set already. How's things? Good? Yeah. You're on a Thursday? Hell yeah, good. 'Cause guess what? I'm not good. No? Look, I'm going through my quarter-life crisis. It's like your midlife crisis, but with less money. Now, COVID happened, it took lives, wearing masks, I get it. But do you know what else COVID took? My early 20s. That's a whole heap of partying and bad decisions I missed out on. Now I have to look at these chicks, they're out there, they're younger than me, enjoying their hot girl summer. And where was my hot girl summer? Do you know how I looked during my hot girl summer? Now everyone's a boss bitch. Are we familiar with the boss bitch movement? Yeah? It's a lot of girls wearing fluoro colours and working marketing. And look, I'm all for having hopes and goals and dreams and plans and ambitions and things you want to do and things you want to see. But you know what? Sometimes I just want to have a nap and call it a day. Everyone's got a side hustle at 10, a psych appointment at 2, and an OnlyFans, just in case. And look, I don't have an OnlyFans, but I like to make my money fully clothed. Unfortunately, the trade-off of that is it's going to take the next 15 to 55 years to pay off any mortgage. Look, is anyone else's workplace trying to introduce any initiatives for everyone to get along, be friends, have fun? Anyone else? Yeah, a few people's workplaces are trying to do that. I'll tell you what, I would get behind Pizza Day, but Pajama Day and Christmas in July, it's a bit of a stretch. I work in a creative agency, which means we've got unisex toilets and a table tennis table. It's bad enough every Thursday, whenever I go to the toilet, I have to know that my bare ass is touching a seat, where my boss's bare ass is touching a seat, so therefore my bare ass is touching his bare ass, and I have to watch him walk around pyjamas every Thursday. I'm thinking about introducing my own initiatives. You mind if I share them with you guys, yeah? So first one, leave me alone day. Yeah? Nap in your car November. Finish early Fridays, that's catching on already. My personal favourite, tell a colleague to get fucked Tuesday. How's that for some workplace bonding, hey? And look, I'm heading towards a very pivotal time in my life. I can either join a pyramid scheme, start selling soaps and candles online to all my friends, or develop an interest in serial killers. Now, because of Jeffrey Dahmer, every chick wants a blonde guy with glasses. When were they sexy? Never until now. Look, hello people.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Just chatting about serial killers. Hopefully none of you are one of them. Look, I'll tell you what, I think a lot of the reason why people do like serial killers is because they have the qualities we design a life partner. Stick with me, hear me out. They love the pursuit, so you never have to worry they're not interested in you. They know all the secluded spots, so camping, always fun, and great at cleaning. The thing is, whether you're dating a serial killer, you've joined a pyramid scheme, the way out's exactly the same. It's death. Or you can indoctrinate a few people. Look, speaking of indoctrination, although we're familiar with Ghislaine Maxwell, yeah, look, obviously not a good human. However, I'll say it's slightly interesting that the woman whose sole responsibility was to take innocent young girls across multiple borders so gross rich old men could have sex and take advantage of these women was called Ghislaine. Look, I'm not saying she's a good lady, it's just an observation. Obviously terrible human. But you know what? Her parents were also terrible people. Because you know, when people have kids, they look at their kid and they want their kid to be healthy, happy, successful. Ghislaine's parents looked at her as a baby and said, you know what? Future sex trafficker in this one, let's name her after the process. Look, I've travelled a fair bit at my own will. I actually did get detained in the UK. I was accused of taking part in sex trafficking. I wasn't, however, I was just a musician who was incredibly starved and underpaid. So it's kind of like being trafficked, to be honest. Look, I will say Australia is my favourite country of all the countries I've been to, fucking oi and all that. But I'll tell you what, you know you've spent your 20s and 30s in Australia when you're in a bar talking to a backpacker who looks like an extra from Geordie Shore and they're telling you just how much they love the sun. They just love the sun and the beaches. They've come to Australia to do their 4 favourite things: clubbing, tanning, dancing, and macking on. Then by day 4 of their trip, it's all about how they're just joining Tinder to meet the locals, to see the sights. Look, we all know that the only locals they're meeting are those people's genitalia. Genitalia and stuff. I went to a very interesting high school. It was formerly once known as Glen Heroin. It had a bad reputation of students injecting heroin up their feet. Interestingly, it was the poorest school in Melbourne's most expensive suburbs. I don't know how that works. But we particularly struggled to retain our French teachers, particularly one, Mr. Punusami. He did have a problem with erections. Mate, for a whole semester, no one sat front row because this 6'7" Mauritian guy with giant hands was just up there. Everyone's worried about getting slapped in the face, man. I'll tell you what, French is a sexy language, and I'm not going to kink shame, but keep your kinks in your own space. Thank you. Look, tell you about my own appendages, my ears. I'm not hearing too well of my ears recently. Had to go to a hearing test. Now, who gets a hearing test in their 20s? You get 2 hearing tests in life. One when you're 6 years old, you're going to primary school. One when you're 76 years old and people want to ask you about your will. And that's it. I've got what's called an unresponsive eardrum. So what that means is it's kind of like having the drummer of Def Leppard in your head. So on this side, he's hitting that drum, there's noise, there's sound, there's everything going on over here. Fuck all's happening there, the guy's got no arm. It's true, type him up, he's a one-armed drummer. But look, I've never been a religious person, but I'm seeing this as God's gift. God's given me the gift of not having to listen to other people's bullshit anymore. And you know what, it's great. If I'm in a club or a bar and someone starts talking to me, it's just like, yeah, here buddy, I can really hear you. Then, alright, okay, hang on, you're slightly interesting. This way I'll figure out I'm ready to listen. And oh, you want me to pay for something? What was that? It's like, oh, you're funny. Oh shit, you're racist. And then the whole night out, I'm just like, I'm not sure if I'm a ball boy in the Australian Open, if I'm just like super into Afro beats or something. But I'll tell you what, the best thing about not being able to hear too loud this year is the next time a boss bitch wants to talk to me about her side hustle, her side appointment, and her OnlyFans subscribers, I know exactly which ear I'm going to be listening to her with. But you know what? I'm not using my deaf ear for this because we've got an amazing act on next. Aiden, so let's start clapping. Bring it up, louder, louder. You're awesome. Yes,
Fuck it up.
How you find it? Specimens guys tonight? Wow! Thank you guys for coming out. Really appreciate it. My very first ever solo show. Yeah, it's called Everything I Got. So please give up for my opener this evening, Jacinda J. Very funny woman, isn't she? Yeah, I told her to be funny tonight, but not as funny as me. As I saw her ass. No, I didn't really. No, I'd like to say thank you for coming out the first solo show. I don't want to share a tear. It means a lot to me because if you guys didn't come tonight, I wouldn't have a show. Right? And it's a huge privilege. And I checked the ticket sales this morning. And I seen a whole bunch of like concession cards holders. Like, how many of you actually hold a concession card? That's try to get 10 tickets. That's the hustle. Look out, yeah. Now, I'd like to thank the knowledge and principal owners of the land that we're on, the land of the Wurundjeri people, of the Kulin Nations, and all the elders, past, present, and amongst us here tonight. Only a small percentage, yeah. But shitloads here tonight. No, it's myself, I have to be a proud Aboriginal man. I have a white mum, black father, and I'm from the Gunditjmara tribe, which is from Warrnambool, Victoria, and Hadajeri from Arabridge, South Australia. And my auntie actually once said, if you combine the two best tribes together, you get a high IQ level of one sexy bitch. G'day. As you can see from a distance, I've got beautiful fair skin from my fair brother. So I should know how Michael Jackson felt. There's only one song I like a piece, it's great for my cock, it's called Beat It. Went for a good night, guys. No, I get it all the time. You don't look Aboriginal. And my response to that is, oh no, what should I do? Should I go back home, get naked, get painted up? Come back with a spear, be like, hey cunt. Do you believe me now? Nobody got time for that shit, right? And I remember this to be uncool to be Aboriginal. Uncool. I know people in the community that are fully white 9 years ago, but you fast forward to lockdowns, now they're black. It's insane, right? It's become so woke. It's unbelievable, because I realised that their great grandfather's brother's sister's cousin married Aboriginal. And somehow it relates back to them. Now they're like 1,000th of a third. If that makes any sense. It's crazy. But no, I'm very proud of my non-Aboriginal side. But I know nothing about the history of that. So I looked up what the definition of what Hitchens meant, because it's a very wide, posh name. And Hitchens actually means that I'm a handsome man that has a fetish for feet. George fucking thanks. No, I'd like to say Woman G came one with guys here, and that's the local word we're on for welcome. And I only knew that because when I was driving, I saw the sign. It said Woman G for welcome. I thought, far out. I never left. Because I grew up here in Melbourne all my life, you see. And I remember my very first NAIDOC march I did back in 2010. And for people who don't know what NAIDOC march is, it's pretty much where all the white hipsters and all the black fellas come together. We block the streets of Melbourne for a few hours. Now, I didn't quite know what the chants meant we were saying, because it was the very first NAIDOC march. We were saying things like, pay the rent, pay the rent. And I thought, pay the rent. I paid mine last week. That's a few fellas are in debt, I can say, holy shit, right? It's crazy. Is any Aboriginal people in here tonight? Give me a cheer. How many non-Aboriginal people in here? Makes Do you want to hear that? We just cured racism for the next fucking hour. That's crazy. Now, this one's for non-Aboriginal people in the crowd. I'm not huge on politics, but Albanese, fantastic Prime Minister. No Lydia over here? Okay, I'll fucking Lydia. That's it. No, it's, I I'm not here on the I'm not huge on politics here, but Adelaide's a fantastic Prime Minister. And he's got a nickname, doesn't he? Albanese. Is it Albo? Is it? Yeah. What does it spell if you drop out the L? Let you guys in a little secret. That's the right answer. That's yeah. Okay. Let's push on. Someone really like that one. No, it's good. I took a shower before I got here, because that's my religion. Every time I go out, I have a shower. And when I was washing my bits, I took a glimpse in the mirror, and what I saw was fucking horrendous. Now, us men, we shower like kangaroos. Just all. But for our African brothers, it's a bit different, isn't it? It's more like. And that's a kangaroo, you can't tie it down. I didn't hear what you said, but it sounded great. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Now, I'm a man who gets on the internet a fair bit, like most of our generation. And I've been getting back into my memes. Memes. Now, for our generation, I know it's 2016, but I got back into my memes, and I came across the most brutalist one the other day, which revolves around April Fool's Day. Now, the text started off as, "Babe, I've got to tell you something." The boyfriend replies and will tell you a little something. She goes, "I cheated on you." He goes, "What?" "I cheated on you." She goes, "Haha, April 1st. That fucker replied, "Jan 22nd. Oh, far out, you fucking man's at home. It's pretty good time to find a new one, I think. No, crazy. I've actually been getting back to my conspiracy theories. I'm not a huge fan, but I'm actually get back into it. And I've been following a man called Rabajan Boucher, who happens to be an Indian elder. Right, he goes, by 2025, 85% of men won't become one of boys. They'll always remain being a shit cunt. Don't be a shit cunt. That's, okay, well, let's leave that. That's a new one. I fucking said it. Now, I did some time in jail in the first of the lockdowns, and not many people knew about this. But in that time, I got so lonely and so horny, and to drop the soap every chance that I got just to pass me the time, right? Now, I'm okay. Nothing's happened because I was on house arrest. We're all on fucking house arrest, you know? But no, seriously, when I was in jail, I loved watching the Ellen DeGeneres show. Couldn't get up for the hours upon hours, reruns after reruns. Come together, is it Ellen DeGeneres? Or is it Ellen G? She's generous. Because all the money she gives out to people, right? And I said that to my current girlfriend, she goes, "Aiden, don't you ever fucking say that to me again." So I thought, great, when I was on stage, she's fucking perfect. So I, I said it. Does anyone here have any hidden talents amongst us? Buckles, especially. Hidden talents could be the weirdest thing in the world. I heard a cough, is that, yes? Now I've got a hidden talent, and back yourself up to this one, because I can make my foreskin touch my bum. Guys on the seat, that's PJ, that's been cancelled, yeah. Now I read that joke a few years ago and ran across a family friend of ours who sadly passed away through COVID. And he goes, "Aiden, if you shove your cock up your ass, you should carry yourself as a suitcase." What? Well, what is about 70 or 80 years of age, right? And he goes, if you keep on going, and he goes, if it's long enough, once you put it over his shoulder, and he's just a petrol Bowser. Well, I'm never going to tell you anything like this ever again. So then he's now dead. Thank you. There's things I should have known as a child that I know now. It's only small things like a white Christmas. A white Christmas. I thought, what, no blacks allowed? That's the most of that shit. Yeah. I didn't quite know what their birthday suit was either. Now, I thought a birthday suit was something that rich white families got the babies when they were born. So I asked him, mate, do you have a birthday suit? He goes, oh, fuck yeah. I thought, great, can I see it? He goes, no, piss off. So I said to him, what, is it Gucci or something? Finally landed it, holy shit, I've been seven shades. Thank you. We're no longer friends anymore. Just kind of moving along. All I want to do is see his cock. Did anyone get any transport in today? Any transport? Train, tram? You all called Ubers? Fucking money makers? Yeah. No, because the way I asked it, it's only 2 hours to get in tonight to send my gig. And it comes together that there's free transport, right, for tram stuff. We spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars topping up a marquee, right? And, and why not just jump the train? Right, because we pulled out by the PSOs and I got up off at Pasco Vale Station. I just walked away and they followed for a little bit and I turned that walk into a bit of a jog. And I dropped into a fucking sprint. Right? And before you know it, I was out of the danger zone. So I just catch the next train. Thanks, guys. Now, I want to address the elephant in the room, myself. You know, you guys probably stare at me going, there's something about this guy, I can't put my finger quite in him. And it's not because I'm dressed like a wanker from Neighbours. Right? It's because of the jeans. Right? Now, these jeans are size 10 pure women's jeans. As I look around the room, I see the jealousy in people's eyes. I'm 6 foot tall, over 100 kilos, and I can really rock this shit. I broke the bone of these fuckers already. How good is that, Shop of savers, you save a shitload of money. But no, they still hold the nice tight fit as it should. Talk about that bang for your buck. Just some bumps. Has anyone here in relationships?
Yes.
Yeah, a few of you, yeah. How long have you guys been together? You've been together for 52 years. Half a century. Yeah, you guys. 30 years. Yeah, you guys, yeah, how long?
8 years.
8 years, fucking, that's it. You guys single? Okay, it happens. Yeah. Now, why I asked this because I asked this a couple of nights ago, and the guy, I asked one day, 10 years, fine. He's like, oh, that's great. And I asked this couple at the front here, I go, so you guys fucking? And they go, she's my sister. Oh, I'm so fucking sorry. Bunch of Tasmanians is fucking there. Maybe all shame and shit, you know. No, but why I ask this because I actually want to know how many of you do the naughties after watching an episode of Married at First Sight. No, me neither, because that show really causes issues for people who watch that. Your girlfriend starts comparing to other contestants, Oh, I should be more like Tim. Tim's a ladies' man. But you have to be more like that fat boy Harrison. And so you get a bit of an argument, right? And she kicks you out for like 3 or 4 days, right? And after those 3 or 4 days, you come back home and you think it's everything sweet. But you do it all again because it's a grand finale. Grand finale, yeah. And most of us thought, what is love? What's the true definition of love? I've probably thought about that in our lives. And for me, love is like sucking the fart out of another dude's asshole, right? Bear with me. Or while in your bed, grabbing a titty or a cock, depends who you barrack for. And it's 2023 to do any of that, right? And I've found that heaps of times in my 27 years of life. Yeah, and me and exes come together that I'm far from perfect. Can you believe it? Far from perfect. Now, one of the reasons is I'm a very straight out person. Very straight out person, which can be great, but shit at the same time. Depends on the situation. Now, I had a bit of a toxic ex who, a few years ago, left me for a friend of mine, and she kept saying things like, "Oh, Aiden, you're waiting for your next big thing. You're waiting for your next big thing. The next big thing is me." I said, "It's not." I'm sorry, but it's not. I only get through these lockdowns, and you were fucking it. I'm sorry. It caused a bit of issues, and I come to realise that there's a curse word in all relationships. Does anyone know what the curse word is? No? It's forever. That shit really changes things in relationships once it's spun and works. How I know this, because me and this toxic ex came home after a night out. And after making strong, intense love, she lays it on me, "Oh, Aiden, I want to be with you forever." I thought, wow, forever? That's such a long time. Lady, you don't even pay rent. Yeah, you can guarantee she packed up her belongings and left me fucking loners. Brutal. No, thank you. But there's one group of people I will never date, and they are actors or actresses. Just imagine falling in love with an actor, right? And or an actress, and you fall in love with her, and she makes you believe that you guys are dating. Yeah. Just flicking through the channels a few days later, and there she is going down on another man. Just, you get all depressed and shit, so you give her a call. "Hey Taylor, I watched your movie last night. You belong with James." "Yeah, you belong with James, yeah." "So what do you mean, Aiden? We're not dating, You said you love me." "Yeah, as a friend." As a friend. You just hang up because you're a bit pissed off, and you just go, "Fucking actors these days." Okay, that didn't land as sorry. Now, I've got a beautiful autistic son who turns 10 this year, big 10. So I'm a daddy, but not just any type of daddy. I'm what you call a splendid daddy. Now, does anyone know what a splendid daddy is or does? No. It's a dad who strives to be a sugar daddy, but doesn't have quite the funds to pull it off right. I know if I get my money right, I'm the next Charlie Sheen. But no, it's very hard being a parent overall, and especially someone who's non-verbal like my son. I'm still waiting for the day just cracks the shits. And he says, "Oh, I can't take this shit anymore. You're fucked, you're fucked, you're fucked." I'll be around like, "Oh, he got me smoke." Right, we fucking cracked him. That's honest, best words. Okay. No, it's I always wanted to donate my sperm. I reckon it was a great idea. My exes didn't ever think so. I thought it'd be great. Just imagine having like 80, 90 kids, right? And having a family reunion every 5 to 10 years. You're like, so which one are you? That'd be awesome. And they're old enough to date and stuff like that, and be like, "Oh, Dad, come meet my new girlfriend or boyfriend, whoever it is." I'm like, so you're dating your sister? And then you sign off for this shit. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Is there emotional eaters in the house? Emotional eaters. Come on. Now, if I do a bad gig or someone hurts my feelings, now I'll say nothing to your face. I'll just go home and mung out on a sandwich. It's I don't get depressed. I just get fat. And I love food so much. And Floyd charts with Gordon Ramsay in my head, going, "You fucking twat." This gig was so shit, like this burger. They grew legs and saw my bike. Okay, that's all right. Now, I ate so much bread over the years, thus gave my mouth a yeast infection. It's a great joke, bread's made out of yeast. And I'm a sucker for good old Vegemite. Yeah, Vegemite. Is it me when you get Vegemite on your fingers? You go, is that Vegemite or is that shit? You would smell, then a lick. Oh, that shit. That's fucking shit. Yeah. Good chat. No, it's I'm also a sucker for the good old, I'm a sucker for coffee. I'm a huge coffee drinker. Now, coffee drinkers are just glorified fucking drug addicts, aren't they? And I'm one of those, but not, yeah, coffee drinker, not a drug addict. And does anyone know what the richest coffee bean in the world is? It's an Indonesian coffee. Cool. Kupai? Yeah. It's called Kupai Lawak. As I like to call it, the Bali Nine. Sorry, yeah. Anyway, so they feed these possum cats of Indonesia, exhume the feces, and per bean costs $70 USD. I thought that's crazy. You know, people over there buying by a dozen, you know, flying back to where they come from. I'm about to make my own coffee bean, you know, just eat a whole bunch of Moccona in this cafe, blend 43. Fly down to a bag, fly back over to Indonesia, like, hey, try this. I'll charge them like $59.99 per bar. AU. Yeah, talk about a rich shit taste. That's sorry. Yeah, rich shit taste. But talking about farting, I actually knew, I would come up with this the other day. When we fart in public, it's, oh, you're so disgusting. But when we fart as individuals, you know, really, no one's around, we really embrace that smell, don't we? Oh, that's staying my knickers. No, that's, I've never known anyone in the history of humanity to go, I'm so fucking disgusting, I'm fucked. Okay, yeah, let's just push over from there. That's why we fart, is the joke. Now, I'm working with monthly Thai massage because I used to work hard as a building assistant. Does anyone know what a building assistant is or does? No. Now, pretty much if you guys come to a Westfield shopping centre, right, and took a poop on the floor, I'll come and clean it. Alright, because there's body from about shitty level. Anyway, so I went for this monthly Thai massage, and girls usually do me right, but this time it was a man. So while he's going down on me, right, there's about 10 minutes left. He goes, brother, can you turn around and I'll give you a facial? I thought, that's crazy. That's, you know, first time having it, and my face really needed it. You know? A bit disappointed when it came on my face. Got one in all the pirates. Went, arr, fucking Harleys. You know? Is Frankie Morgan's in here tonight? Did he make it? Frankie Morgan. Unkies. No, he didn't make it. I thought so. I was waiting for him to stay. I was like, I guess, because I got a thing for him. Anyways, oh yeah. Now, what I love about working in Westfield shopping centres as a cleaner, you get to meet all the peoples and cultures from around the world. And hands down, my favourite people of culture, the Indians, because they're very nice people. Now, I have a good mate called Deepan, and he actually taught me a couple of swear words. Now I call him Banchode for morning, well I used to. But Banchode actually means sister fucker in Hindi, right? And we actually got, we actually got talking about people's cultures. If I went over India, vice versa. He goes, Aiden, if you come over India, we'll treat you as some sort of king or prince. So that's nice. And he goes, if you come over here and take our jobs, we'll fucking interview. Well, that's crazy because here in Australia, we're very lenient of people coming here and working here, taking our jobs. And there's only a small percentage of people that give a shit, and they don't matter in our society, don't they? Be like, so, you heard it before, I'm sick of these idiots that come here and taking our jobs. You know, oh, so what do you do for a living, Bill? Oh, you know, just on Centrelink. You don't fucking matter about it, yeah? All them guys. And we all want to be many things growing up, didn't we? As a child, like an astronaut, a doctor, loved by parents. Sadly, I was one of those fucking kids. Yeah? And I always wanted to be an undercover cop. But now I'm more blending it of being somewhat a comedian, just in a glimmer of hope that my high school crush Hayley will call me back. She hasn't yet. Still waiting for that fucking phone call 4 years in. No, it's. I reckon I used to be an undercover cop, such a well-known comedian, if I ever got to that stage, right? Just imagine stopping the biggest criminals in Australian history, and they recognise who you are, and you say in a bar or a pub or something like that, and go, oh, you're the comedian Aidan Hitchens. They're like, fuck yes, I am. Yeah, oh, we get all-time comedians. Oh, tell us a joke. Tell us a fucking joke. They're like, oh, yeah, not tonight. Oh, go on. Yeah. Oh, I've been working on this new one. Oh, what was your name? My name's Frank. Frank Morgan. You know? Oh, this yours here. But say Frank, this one's called Get on the ground! Get on the fucking ground! Right? And arrest him. And I'll be through all the process of his arrest. And say he's in the corner, you know, just at the court, or I'm just there. And say that fucker got like 10 years jail. 10 long years. And after those 10 years, he gets released. And I'm at the gate waiting for him and be like, so Frank, did you find that one funny? It's such a shit joke, but I fucking love it. Is there any gamblers in the house? Yeah, you don't want to tell you, Mrs. Oh, you're alright. No, I used to be a huge gambler, and over 10 years I've probably lost about $300,000 of hard-earned cash to the pokies and TAB. I had over 8 year gambling problem. Now, I don't reckon I have gambling addiction. The problem is, I need to stop fucking losing. That's the only issue. Probably get on top of that. You know, I have no problem. So I did all the counselling because I'm sick of people telling me what to do in life. So I did all the counselling. Me and the counsellor come together that I spend more than $400 per week on the TAB at pokies. So that's crazy, you know. So I stopped going to her because I realised she wasn't making me any money. Can't do it. Not like this, you know. Good chat. No, it's I always had a fetish playing AFL football in front of 52,000 screaming fans at the MCG. And I did that for Richmond back in 2014. Yeah. Believe it or not, watch up on the fence. So I'm the only Aboriginal guy to drive myself and delist myself. You know, I didn't get very far. Off the guards hopped it in. And it's getting carried over 52,000 screaming fans. Right, it was insane. Like, I got all the slangs and slogans to get out of a, you know, out of a white person at the footy. You fucking dickhead, you know, get the fucking footy field. And I got until the race, right? We'll get carried through security, and the English fella comes down to abuse me. An English fella, of all people, goes, "You're the biggest wanker in the whole of Southern Hemisphere." I was thinking back, I was like, oh, I've achieved my dreams. I recently retired from footy. So I just played for the Fitzroy Stars Football Club last year, and last year, very hard year for all of us. You know, I got keen this one game. I actually jumped out of the pack and sexually assaulted another teammate. So I grabbed his cock and was like, far out, that's the wrong ball. If anyone thought that was funny, that was just a warm-up. I grew up in Craven, Victoria. Have any of you guys been to Craven before? Me cheer? Yeah. Jeez, hashtag shithole. Right, I grew up in government housing, so my childhood wasn't all flowers and rainbows. It was more like watching a dog taking a shit in your backyard, right? And I had the true Aussie mums, you can't fool her, you know. That you'll see on the current affair arguing for all the neighbours. That was my mum, my house I mum, you know. She had a fanny pack down in here, leggings all the way up to the titties. Chasing me around the house like, hey, you fucking little cunt! Because I was a little shit. Not much changed so much, bit of shit. And something about my mum, if you ever go, why don't you come say it to my face? My mum will catch a plane, an Uber, a taxi, to come say it to your face. And my mum was a jealous woman. Right? She was very jealous of this our neighbour Tracy. It took me years to realise why she was jealous of Tracy. And I come together to see Tracy got all the men, and my mum didn't. Right? As sad as it is, but that really fucking bring the psycho out of her, right? And mum would just stalk Tracy, see what she's doing from the lounge room window. Then she'd look over here, see Tracy's over there doing the groceries from her car to her house. And my mum would just randomly yell out, "You fucking slut!" Tracy would hear this from across the room, across the road from inside the house. She'd be like, why didn't you come say it to my face then, Jackie? And my mum's like, oh, fucking will. Bust out there, right, and they'll be out for hours. Like 2 dogs going for it, all bark, no bite, right? And we had other nosy neighbours, because of commission housing. So for them to be like, they're at it again, you know, King Kong versus Godzilla situation. But in reality, it was just two Karens going for it, you know. And Mum used to walk in and sit back in the chair because the 7 News was on. Nightly at 6, and she'd act like nothing happened. Nothing absolutely happened, and about 20 minutes will go by because it's an ad. She'd go, that bitch started nowhere. I'm like, no mum, you just called her a slut again for no reason. She'd be like, no I fucking never. No. She'd send me to my room and we'd grab for like a fucking week. I thought, man, this lady's got some serious issues. Yeah. Anyways, I'll share that, guys. No, I was sadly one of those kids who get bored and teased all the time. It happens so often that my mum put me in karate lessons at my old primary school called Kung Fu Ni Hao. Our sensei called Sensei Dennis, which to be honest I don't think was a true sensei, because he looked nothing like the master from the Karate Kid, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure I just wanted to bang my mum, which he did, and I couldn't get mad right, but he told me everything I know about karate. He was really good with his hands, the whole wax on, wax off bullshit. So I'm only guessing that my mum would have had one of the cleanest and freshest vaginas ever known a man. That's it's true. Just kidding, she grew up in the 1970s, so I guess it would have been all bush. Mum's vagina. I actually got kicked out of Sensei Dance's class for dicking around too much. And he goes, Aiden, if you stop looking around, you know, you should be in a green belt, aim for your black belt. I said to him, what would you know? You know I'm a true sensei. Turns out he wasn't. He was just a drama teacher that had a fetish for Jackie Chan. Crazy. If you guys want to see my karate dance, I can fight Sensei Dennis with when I was like 7. Yeah. I'm going to do it anyways, but I hope you enjoy it. Yeah! You want some 2 pow? Come on, dick punch. Nipple gribble? Yeah. There, that's I absolutely kicked his ass. She loves it. It's great. That's what I do. It's like, laugh out loud. Lol. No, it's good. But for all that, I'll now live in Broadmeadows, aka the ghettos. Now, I actually got broken into when the first couple of weeks I moved into Broadmeadows, and now I had absolutely nothing. I had like, you know, a chair, a TV, some clothes. So I walked inside to see what damage has been taken or done. Turns out the house, fully finished. These bad boys would have felt sorry for me and go, oh, he needs more help from us. So now I'm living a luxurious life in fucking Broadmeadows. It's fucking so you get to see a lot of things in Broady. You know, I've got like 3 drug dealers in my street. Yeah, and you see people going a bit lost and stuff like that, and it's fine. And but I was having a cigarette at the front one Tuesday evening, and a guy comes around the corner, sees me and shits himself and turns back. I thought, oh, now I'm a nice guy. I wouldn't hurt a fly or another human being by purpose. So I chased it. I got into a dark place in the street, and I soon shit myself and run over the side. Of all the fucking doors and shit, and scanned the house in the next 3 hours. Make sure I was fucking safe. Talk about instant karma, that's what I crazy. You know, I used to be an angry kid. I used to be a bit of an angry kid growing up. So I did a lot of work myself. That's out the window now since I started driving. Now when I'm in peak hour, I just yell, road rage, you know. Now I actually offer them to pull over, to have a dig. And then, so as this one incident I pulled over, the guy really wanted to smash me, right? And I soon shit myself and just fucking drove off. Instant karma. That's gotcha, pal. No, it's thank you guys for coming out tonight. I really appreciate it. It's my very first solo show. Am I going to do more? Who knows? But I'll leave you guys with this. I actually started a new business called the Aiden Foundation. It's pretty much where everyone here tonight, you know, we've got 3 shows left, to get a talented friend and family member to come and buy a ticket. Now, they don't have to come, doesn't need to pay for a ticket. Where they become broken up, kind of fucking rich. I think that's how CEO works. No, sorry. Congratulations, good night, thank you! Oh, you would come out?
I'm meant to come out.
Yeah, come out there. Fuck the music. See you downstairs and let's get shit up. Let's go.
Thanks so much, guys. Feel free to leave anything else.
Did you know how